Hello friends, I am Ertuğrul Yılmaz. In this lesson, I will describe the IDE programs or SDK necessaries for our programs to work, which we will use during the development phase of our project and how can we obtain them. I will try to talk about them as much as I can. Of course, there is a Visual Studio in what we'll use in our project. If your computer has a Windows operation system, I recommend you to use Visual Studio 2019. Maybe you have 2017 or lower version, but my recommendation in Visual Studio 2019. Here is the community version, which is a free and I just recommend it to you. Since the page is Turkish right now, it's not right to have a community, but you can download this app for free and work on it afterwards. Other may charge you for the license after a certain period of time. If your computer has a Microservice operation system and you want to use Visual Studio again, you can download it to the download button and install it on your computer. If you want, you can install it in Visual Studio Code first. You can work from here too, but I am doing the C# coding for through Visual Studio. I moved to the TypeScript application through Visual Studio Code. Let us inform you this way afterwards. We will use MongoDB in our project as database. So, of course, we will do MongoDB related operations via Docker. But we also ask you to download the Robot3T program in order to perform operations related to its displays on the screen. We will perform current operation on our data. We will manipulate them. Therefore, we may want to see the last chance. I will show you interface for this as an example. An application like this is asking you for information about server it will connect to. When you say connect, if there are DBs you have used in your project, they show you as a database. Let's take a look at one. When we say right click, you can see that there are data in it. In the same way, there is another program that we need to download. Let's call it another import program. Docker is now a must for us in our project and it helps us in new generation applications. We will talk about Docker in detail while developing projects. Let's open the MS SQL environment immediately. Let's go to the SQL server. We need to create a membership with Docker. Because by performing the Docker downloads process through this membership, here you also connect the Docker Hub. Through Docker Hub, you can use them in local environment, just like it appears here, by saying download Windows to macOS or by simply pulling records from here to macOS. This provides us with incredible conveniences, and then we can combine all of them into the SignalR package and install random of server via Docker. I want to open an account. Docker desktop application is also available, of course. Let me show you right away. It has to be Windows 10. We want to install Docker desktop application. These are another of application that we use from the beginning to the end, of course, during the project development period. Next, we need the SQL management you have just seen, because at the end of training, we also use MS SQL while sourcing. To use MS SQL, of course, we need to download from the official sites. So, download SQL Server Management Studio. We need to download the program from here, install it on our computer. Later, we will explain ourselves about how we should connect our local connection information via Docker and connect it to SQL Server. Another important issue is this front. .NET new version available on your computer. We will realize our project with version with .NET 5 and .NET 5 Evo. Let me explain what I mean by version Evo 5. I'm giving you an example. We start the project development with 5.0, but after a while Microsoft subtract 5.0.1 or 5.0.2. I mean the top version of the 5. Actually, there is no difference, my friends. Mainly, only minor improvements. Not a major change, but I recommended that you download this .NET SDK version on your computer to be installed as 5 as follows. This version is very important because tomorrow, the next day, it's very important not only for this course and project, but also every project of yours. The reason is this. After you finish the project, if you want to publish and go live, your server and the .NET version here must match. Let's give an example. Your project is .NET 5, but if the results you want to run publish your project is Alps 1, your project will not work, friends. Because you say it should be 5, but your server has 3 version. This won't happen, so you have to install it carefully. Since there will be 5 in our course, we must download and install it on our computer. There are 2 different options here. Let me tell you what they are. I can tell you, friends, about the full version. That's whatever is necessary for your project to on your computer. Here comes with the following SDK 640. But when you say runtime, it's installed whatever minimum dependencies are required and it's runtime. Of course, because of this, the type x64 is a little smaller in size, but as you say, you may sometimes have problems while running because it doesn't perform a full load. Because this development may not give you full support instantly. If you want full support, you need to download version 6.4. That's all I am going to tell you for now. I am not about to see you next lesson anymore.